Julius Malema, the leader of the economic freedom frauds, has once again come out using his usual style of attacking everyone who has mentioned his name at the Madlanga Commission. Today, he spoke for a long time about his relationship with General Khan and insisted that he would never end his friendship with anyone simply because they were implicated at the commission. His remarks have sparked a lot of debate. Many people believe that if you continue to stand with people accused of serious wrongdoing, it raises questions about your own actions. Since Malema said he has no intention of distancing himself from General Khan, Andrea Johnson, and others whose names have been linked to different allegations at the commission, many people are now questioning his position. The most controversial part was when he criticized the commission, saying he would not allow himself to be questioned by what he described as a group of useless commissioners. He also warned that if anyone tried to implicate him or his party, he would respond in a way that would surprise everyone. This is not the first time Malema's name has come up. On previous occasions, he has quickly denied every allegation made against him. After realizing the reaction his comments caused, reports claim that efforts were made to discourage mainstream media from covering the story. But don't worry, I've gathered everything, including the moments where his name was mentioned several times at the Madlanga Commission. If you believe Malema should be investigated, hit the like button, comment, jail Malema, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Jabulani, roll out those bombshells that have been removed from mainstream media.
To ask judges questions. So, Chalkason thinks I must get questions from who? From him. Next time you see him, if you see him, tell him to send me questions if he's got questions, like he did now and I answered them. Nagata warabat. Nag chabisilo. Whether I wrong or right, Arab. But I'm blaming Magamrao leadership that one we should have. Maragantari. Kanajala Jauto graba utauta batu kwa Madlanga. Ona mtu atlong utauta kareke nangwana. Sin nangwana. Not a child. No other man is going to speak to me like I'm a child. Not me. I'm elected public representative and a leader of a political party. Not going to be shouted at by anyone. No one can do that to me. It I am. If he wrote wrong, why it's it wrong? Arrest me. But you are not going to address me by belittling me. I don't care if you are a judge, or you are a magistrate, or you are a commission. No one speaks to me like I'm a boy. If you want to see the other side of me, I'm not scared of nothing. Especially where I think I've not done anything wrong, you'll find me. So don't think that there is some scaremongering about Madlanga against me. Me? Hey, nothing. Because I've got nothing to hide. Comrades, the problem is not influencers. The problem is the EFF influencers on social media. They speak on everything. A useless celebrity that has lost a gig, and I must respect your views. You think I don't know that you are wishing bad things for me? Like whoever says, is the EFF image damaged by those allegations that got revealed? Which allegations? Which allegations got revealed where against the EFF? And you say perception is everything in politics. Fine, I agree with you. But which perception did you use? Which measure did you use to measure that there is a negative perception against the EFF on the basis of what was revealed in Madlanga? Because if I will tell you there is no negative perception, and you ask me, what am I using? Toyando. I'm using Toyando. It happened after Madlanga. I'm using June 16. Union Building. It happened after Madlanga. What are you using? Why what? Without using any signs. Not what are negative perception? What are you using? feud because I can, if you give us 2 minutes to break here, we can bring you who are the political analysts, which political party they belong to. They all belong to political parties. Who are the journalists who make those comments? Because public discourse, you are referring to that thing. And you are very few. You're very, very few. That's why when we hire a hall for you, we hire this size. Because we know you're very few. We don't hire a Dobsonville hall or a Orlando Stadium because we know you're few. So your opinions are like this. That's you. So that cannot be intimidated. There's nothing outside tradition about choosing mayoral candidates. Again, you are dishonest. Which tradition? Because EFF has got no tradition of appointing mayoral candidates. So, which tradition have we gone out of it? Tell me. What? A thought process. About process. Public view. Public view. Which tradition? For the first time, we are nominating candidates. So we are establishing our new tradition. You said outside. Why did you go outside the tradition? No, you He said, why do you go outside the tradition, including the tradition structures? You added each other there. I wanted to deal with tradition, that this is a newly established tradition in the EFF. 1. 2, there is no one here who comes outside the structures of the EFF. Dr. Tlaleng has been with the EFF, always. If you refuse to read, you don't need the picture. Just go and look at pictures because reading might be difficult. If you want to ask us about Dr. Tlaleng, she has always been with the EFF and always participated in drafting committees of the EFF, including when we go to conferences, when we go to manifestos. Dr. Tlaleng is in those. Madlanga has done his work. If there's anything wrong that Khan has done, the Madlanga Commission must take him on. It's wrong for that young man of MK to say, I prevented Khan from coming to the other committee. I never did that. I asked the question, on which basis are we calling Khan? Whoever said we must call Khan should have given the reasons why. Because I had no reason to call Khan. So I shouldn't ask you a question when you say, let's call Khan, and I ask you, why? Why should you call Khan? Foolish as they are, they can't reason. They keep quiet. They run away. They don't say anything. And then Khan doesn't get called. They blame it on me. As if I was running the committee alone. I'm not the type you will say things I don't question. I will question. Scrutiny said we must call judges. You remember that? Scrutiny said we must call judges. I said, you can't say judges. You must say a name because judges is huge a concept. It includes the whole judiciary. And when it comes to judiciary, you must be very specific when you attack it. You must not just be using a blanket approach towards all the judges, because that thing is the last line of defense. If we delegitimize that sphere of government, we must know we're all in danger. So, Scrutiny, which judge do you want us to call? He says, yeah, Julius Malema. Julius Malema is the one who's criticizing judges. Now he says, we must not call judges. You see, that's the problem of people who don't think. I ask you, which judge we must call? You say Julius Malema. Am I a judge? I'm saying to you, I thought he doesn't understand English. I even said to him in Zulu, Faki gama baba. That's how we work here. I gave him a name because he's a coward. They are all cowards and they behave like they're brave. I said, do you want to call Judge Ludwaba? You must go and listen to those things. They are recorded in that thing of Parliament where they record everything. I said, you want to call Judge Ludwaba because everybody here speaks about Judge Ludwaba, that Judge Ludwaba has been given a bribe, Judge Ludwaba gave bail, is that the person you want us to call? He couldn't budge. He went to Twaka. Tomorrow I'm going to be blamed that I said they must not call judges. When I called, which judge? He was going to put a name and I was going to say, why? Why this one? They said we must call them on the basis that they are mentioned. I said Zuma is mentioned. If there's an issue I take with that committee, is that Mkwanazi's safe, they will never get that 45 million back in party levies. So, Zen Mumal is another friend of mine who was mentioned at the commission. You must know now, if you are my friend, even if they mention you wrongly, I will never run away from you. I will never pretend I don't know you. I know him. He was overseas the past 3 days. Then he tells me they were in a function with some white millionaires who know South African politics better than him and who know you guys by names. And then he says, it's so interesting that we don't know anything about their country, but they know everything about our country. I said, no, we know everything about their country. We are just not invested in their politics. So they put money in South Africa. That's why they want to know who's going to be the mayor of Joburg. Their properties are here. I ask him, I say, ask him, whoever knows politics of South Africa, ask him if he stays in London, what business does he do in London? He doesn't do any business in London. All of their businesses are here. So they use the money here to finance their lifestyle overseas. That's why they're invested to know who's the next mayor. Is this mayor going to rent my office park and pay rent that is going to pay my rent in London and pay my lifestyle? None of us here can afford to give any of the political parties 45 million. No one can afford, except the Oppenheimers. They too, they are invested in the politics of South Africa because their business is here. And they don't trust that the EFF will look after us. You know, the EFF is the best organization to invest in. Because once you deliver to the poorest of the poor, the rich will no longer have to build walls. They will enjoy the beautiful views of their gardens. I never get an opportunity to interact with Khan. I know Khan. And I've already made it very clear, I know Khan. He was shot and then we were told he's in a hospital. He can't speak and all of that. And I left it at that. If any call which I made was to Mohammed, you see, said that the mention was talking to Khan in the WhatsApps. That's the man I called. I said, what's happening? Did they really shoot this guy or what is the story? Because others say he was shot, others say he was not shot. No, he said, hey brother, he was shot, that guy. He's in a hospital. How did they shoot him on the leg? He says, no, they didn't shoot him on the leg. They shot him on the chest or something. But I had your information when I was speaking to Mohammed. And Mohammed had a clear, elaborate information of what happened and so on and so forth. And I left it there. Because I couldn't go and see him. I can't call him. I can't do anything until Madlanga has done his work. If there's anything wrong that Khan has done, the Madlanga Commission must take him on. It's wrong for that young man of MK to say, I prevented Khan from coming to the ad hoc committee. I never did that. I